Hello everybody, welcome back to the Kennesaw State Owls Dynasty, and welcome to year 2 as our Owls are set to embark on another season. Just 3-9 last year, but we did have some growing pains along the way, to put it lightly, and it doesn't really get easy for us here to start this year 2 season as we open on the road here from a Legacy Federal Credit Union against the number 22 ranked Wake Forest Demon Deacons, one of the top teams from the ACC last season, as they posted 9 wins. So welcome back to the Dynasty. Very happy you're joining me here today as we are set from the opening kickoff. Here's Joshua Hewitt as we are now underway here from year 2. And let's hope for a good season. Hoping for, let's go 5 wins as our goal. A big hit there to start the season, set the tone. And there's Josh Terry, and here's Jeremy Hecklinski, the first-year starter, redshirt freshman at quarterback, a top 25 quarterback in his class. And here we are as the Kennesaw State, a new look defense, as we did have 4 or 5 starters, leave via transfer portal along with a graduation or 2. So a lot of new starters on this defense, and hopefully we can get acclimated and have a good season. We're not going to really roll with any freshmen to start besides Tyler Anger at D tackle, D end. We'll have him at D tackle in sub packages as we get the sack. There's Donovan Westmoreland off the play action getting home. Kind of went there untouched, sacking the freshman quarterback here in his first career start. Westmoreland, the transfer from South Carolina, 7 sacks last season, only a junior. I think he was working against a tight end there. No time for Hecklinski to get set there and go through his reads as Wake Forest faces an early 3rd and long. So we did lose some key pieces, but we also gained some. Brandon Hillman, most notably, a transfer at safety coming over from Michigan. And we are going to get the interception. There's Garland Benyard, who is in man coverage, and he's going to be tackled at the 17, the brother of standout running back receiver on offense, Gabriel Benyard. And there's his brother, Garland Benyard, a new starting linebacker. And he is in there in our 2 linebacker sets, though, in nickel. He had an interception last year and sets the tone early this season with a takeaway. The senior linebacker, we'll get another look here. I think he was carrying with the tight end up the seam and then just hauls that one in overhead and sets us up inside the red zone. And there's Davis Bryson at quarterback. Started all 12 games last season. Completed about 55% of his passes, but only 6 interceptions, I believe. The first snap from scrimmage here for Kennesaw State. Try to get the screen there to Garcia, the transfer running back from Kent State, but could not get that one off. And now we'll reset here. Benyard now in the backfield after, I want to say it's his brother who just came away with that interception. And there goes Carson Kent in motion, returns as the starter at tight end. Good seal block there for Benyard, who takes that up the middle for 7 yards, now 3rd and 3. Now Garcia checks into the game. Now 3rd and 3, I think Benyard a little banged up, had some wear and tear already just on his first touch. We're going to go for Kent off the RPO, and he drops it. Shades of last season. If you watched last year's final game, we went for it for the win on a 2-point conversion to win the game. And it was Carson Kent who dropped the go-ahead the winning 2-point conversion. And now we are going to have to settle for a field goal here from the 10-yard line. But we will take any points off that turnover. Britton Williams, a rough season last year, but his first kick this year, just 27 yards up and in. So a turnover turns into 3, and the Owls have the lead here to start the season. Hewitt on for another kickoff, kicking against the wind here. Strong gusts, but a constant wind of about 11 miles per hour. The return here. Good move, and Kimball will bring him down there at the 19. An interception for Hecklinski on his first drive as the starting quarterback for this team. And they will just give to Claiborne here, going to break an arm tackle. Took it for the first down, but it looks like it'll come back to a holding penalty. It was an illegal block in the back by the tight end. Now 1st and 12 backed up to the 17. They'll go back to the running game there. Benyard did a good job of clogging that lane, but a good cutback by Claiborne, just demonstrating some very good vision that time as he'll work that up for 10. Now it's 2nd and 2 from the shotgun here. Going to fake it again. Nothing open, and Hecklinski again is brought down by Donovan Westmoreland. Westmoreland had a big 3 or 4 sack game at one point last season, was named National Defensive Player of the Week. But already on this opening first quarter, these opening first 2 drives for the Demon Deacons, look at that pull to a swim. And he gets home for his second sack already, setting the Demon Deacons back. Now 3rd and 13. I think we'll bring out Dime for the first time here. And he'll take the snap here. Going to swing that out towards the sideline for Claiborne. Nothing open. And Kennesaw State, another good defensive stand as they forced a turnover and now force a punt. 4th and 9. Garcia back there, the Kent State transfer. And so he'll just try and take this up the sideline, gets a few. And again, the Owls with very good field position. Not as good as before, of course. But we'll take it at our own 45. And now we'll come out in the 22 personnel here. Give it to Garcia. He'll take that up the middle, get 7. Now 2nd and 3. Garcia is still the back. And he'll take that across midfield, picks up another 13. Correction there, we were already across midfield, so I think that was actually just, 9 or 10 yards or so. But first down nonetheless, setting up now from the 39. Bryson will try and hit Benyard underneath, and we do find him. And Gabriel Benyard, his first catch of the season, that goes for 16. Benyard led the conference last year in yards from scrimmage, was also named a first-team All-American, and we were shocked to find that out. Now another give here for Garcia, almost had a lane if he was able to cut towards the sideline a little bit more, but we'll take 4. Now back in the red zone, 2nd and 6. We're going to go with a little play action here, although I am a little hesitant, but I hope it works out in our favor. Play action from Bryson. Going to try and scramble towards the left. Nothing open, and we do just get rid of that one. 3rd and 6 now at the 19. We'll just go Z spot. I think Dobson on that short little hitch route, or maybe Kent going into the end zone. Trying to get Dobson there, and a good break on the ball there from the DB. Luckily for us, just goes incomplete, so Davis Bryson starts 1 out of 5. Just that completion there to Benyard underneath. And Britton Williams on for another field goal attempt, this one from 36. As that one is up and is good, as we do double our lead. But 2 red zone trips for Kennesaw State amount to just 6 points, and we have to start converting in this vicinity of the field. Another kickoff here, as Wake Forest will return it. Good coverage from the Owls, although he does break a tackle, works past the 20. And the Demon Deacons again will start on offense, this time from the 21. There we go, weak corner blitz here out of our 4-2-5. Really been in 4-2-5 all game so far. They'll give it to Claiborne, breaks a tackle, and a tough run gets him 6. And we have added some formations to our defensive playbook as well. We have a few 4-3 sets and a couple 3-4 sets as well, just to bring a little more flexibility. And a good pass there from Hecklinski. I want to say his first completion of the season. I'm sorry, second completion. He's now 2 for... Well, I guess his first completion of the year, you could say, was that interception. We'll go cover 2 man here. Want to run a little bit more man coverage this season to cater to the strengths of our corners. We'll go fake here, and that's the freshman Tyler Anger, a gem athlete who we brought in our year 1 recruiting class. And as I was saying before, we're going to play him inside in sub packages, and then on the outside, in more 4-3 traditional sets. But primarily, he'll be a D tackle this season in pass rushing situations. A good screen that time gets 5, I believe, or maybe a little bit more after that TFL from Anger. We'll bring out nickel now. And we'll go Tampa 2 here. 3rd and 5. Show pressure. We're going to man Sidney Porter back there at strong safety. They are going to throw. Hecklinski has a man there on the curl. Billingsley misses the tackle, and he breaks the tackle. That's going to be a first down. Deuce Alexander, his second catch of the day. All of the Demon Deacon wide receivers have that deep threat classification. A lot of speed, a lot of skill in this receiving core. Just a little inexperience at quarterback. They're going to go Claiborne. Delius Johnson, a good read there, makes the run stop. And now we do bring out a 4-3 set here for the first time. As we see DJ Stewart here at linebacker, transfer from UL Monroe. A big run gap there opens up. That's going to be 16 yards for Carney, the spellback. He gets a good bit there on his first touch of the season. So our first time out there in a 4-3 does not really work out. Now my man Brandon Hillman here, the single high safety. They're going to go screen. And Q Billingsley all over that. A very strong spring from Billingsley. Moved him up the depth chart as he earned a starting corner spot here alongside Tyler Hollum, who started last year. Jericho Washington transferred away, and we had very high hopes for him. He goes to Eastern Michigan. And now he's gonna hit his man there on the quick hitch. Deuce Alexander, another grab. Now a 3rd and short for Wake Forest. Hecklinski from the shotgun. They're going to throw here. They're going to go corner, and he finds his man. And I was manning our safety back there, very late to react, and a very good read there by the freshman quarterback, dropping that right in the bucket where it needed to be. Very good timing throw as he hooks up with Horatio Fields, a senior wide receiver on this team. And I want to say that might be Hecklinski's first ever touchdown pass, although I'm not sure if he had any playing time last year. Starting 7 for 8 after that interception, and led a very good drive here with 8 seconds remaining in the quarter. This extra point to take the lead as Wake Forest does do just that. A slow start out of the gate for the Demon Deacons, but the 22nd ranked team in the nation now leads by 1 point as we are set to get the ball back. Here's Tykeem Wallace, going to give him a chance to make a play. And not much doing there. Does not work back to the 20. And now time for just one more play here to end the first quarter of play in this year 2 season. We're going to say play action. I want to flip it though, get our underneath options kind of going to the near sideline where we're going to roll out. Bryson fakes. We'll just dump that underneath for Stewart, the transfer from Nebraska, and he's only going to get 2. So a decent quarter for both sides. Wake Forest had that early turnover. Their offense a little sluggish, but the last drive they put together looked very, very good. And, you know, we've kind of just benefited from good field position. Only 45 total yards to show for it. And hopefully we can lead a good one here to start the second quarter of play. Going to start 2nd and 8 at the 21-yard line. Then we go with a dive here. Give Garcia another touch. As he does get the call. And he gets a tough 6 yards up the middle, sets us up now. 3rd and 2 will bring out the 2 tight end set. Go split zone here out of the pistol. And Stewart, our tight end 2, really just brought in for his blocking capabilities. Garcia fights ahead and just barely gets ahead for the first down. They had a interior rusher there kind of just break through the line. But luckily Garcia was able to get away from him and avoid contact. As we do have a fresh set of downs to work with. Garcia, you know, we're going to try and make him kind of a workhorse. And just primarily use Gabriel Benyard in the slot. Although both lined up in the backfield here. And we'll swing that out for Benyard. Countering the blitz. Trying to spin away but nothing doing. I kind of like how that was developing. But a good play there one-on-one by that corner. We'll try a deep curl here. 2nd and 7. Benyard is in the backfield. He still will be our 3rd down back. Or really just pass situation back. There's a pass for Bohannon. And finally Davis Bryson hooks up for a big connection there. That one for 25. Wake Forest blitzing a lot early on, especially on this drive. As Kennesaw State back into enemy territory here. A fresh set at the 43. Garcia, another give, gets 4. 2nd and 6 now at the 39. We'll have Benyard out of the backfield on that angle route. Bryson going to try and step up, but we can't. We were trying to maneuver the pocket a little bit, set up some more room. I think we might have had Bohannon maybe there on the left side. And kind of a lapse in that spot. So now 3rd and 8 at the 42. I think this might be a situation where we can just run it and hopefully make it, you know, 4 down set right here if we can make up some yardage here with a run. We're going to have Benyard here. Let's see how it goes. He gets the give and might get the first down himself. He does not, so that's what I'm talking about. So 6 yards now sets us up 4th and 2 at the 35. And I'm not kicking a field goal here. Just do not trust Britton Williams, although we will have the wind to our back, which would maybe aid us a little bit. But 4th and 2. I'll trust Garcia here, hopefully, to pick that up. Although I feel like we might be better off all into a pass. I don't know. I think we're just going to go Garcia up the middle. 4th and 2. And we have a nice crease there to the right side. And we get much more than we need to get 9 yards there. First down, Kennesaw State. Go right back to Garcia. And he gets 3. Now Benyard into the backfield. We'll go inside zone split. Thought we were going to be able to squeeze through that lane there in the A gap. But didn't, I'm sorry, in the C gap, but did not quite open up. I'll go play action. We're sticking with tight ends here for a good bit of this drive. Hopefully we can get Kent here off the play action. And Bryson going to take a sack. I thought we could at least get rid of that one. Maybe an irresponsible play call there. Going play action. And that is a huge loss. Good pull there off the right side as Tyler Walton gets home for the sack. So now we are going to have to go for the field goal here. It was like 53 yards before. Now it's 50. But still a very, very tough kick here on the road. But we might have gotten it. The kick is up. And that is good. Britton Williams, I don't think he hit from 50 last season. But here he starts 3 out of 3. And he nails that one on the road here at Wake Forest. With definitely the wind helped us with distance there. As Williams buries that one. A very good start for him. As Kennesaw State takes the lead back. Now 9-7 here as we head towards the end of the first half of play. Wake Forest back out there on offense. 5:05 remaining here in this first half of this year 2 season. Hecklinski going to swing that out. We missed a tackle there one-on-one. There's Claiborne. And that's Tyler Hollum on the stop. First down. Now at the 38, 9-7 Owls. Go back to Claiborne. And he'll be limited to just 2 yards that time. 2nd and 8 now at the 40. High snap. And they'll go back to Claiborne. Very good run blocking there, especially up into the 2nd level. As Claiborne, a lot of room to run, gets the first down into Owls territory. Bring out the 4-3 set again here. First down, Wake Forest. There we go, screen. And that's to Donavon Greene. Haven't heard him at all yet. One of the top-rated wide receivers in the entire nation. At 91 overall, I believe. And it's now 2nd and 6. Back to Big Nickel here in the 4-2-5. And they'll get back to Claiborne. Breaks a couple tackles there off the edge. And then Danielius Johnson, the All-American, All-Conference last year, with the run stop, sets us up now 3rd and 5. A very big spot here. Go cover 2 invert out of nickel. Bunch of subs on the field right now. I don't know why that is the case. Another high snap. Christopher gets there in the lane. A reserve safety, like Billingsley, saw a lot of progression last year. As guys in our secondary, probably should have called a timeout here before the 2-minute warning, but they punt it anyway. That one going to go towards the sideline. I don't think we're going to get a return. And a very good punt as Wake Forest pins us back there at our own 4-yard line. Our backs up against the wall here. 2:01 remaining here in the first half. One more play until the 2-minute warning. Garcia tries to spin into a lane, only going to be brought down after 3 yards or so. He also now has that risk of injury. I think we'll go a set where we'll get Benyard out there. We're probably just going to go for bringing it into the half if we can. I think we'll certainly take a lead on the road against a ranked opponent. Benyard only going to get a 1 yard, maybe a couple, as the Demon Deacons do opt to call a timeout. I think we're going to catch them off guard here with a pass, trying to, I don't know, actually. I think probably just be a little more conservative, run it. Worst case, they have to burn another timeout. Really don't want them to get the ball back, but I think being over-aggressive here might hurt us. So we'll opt for the run. Garcia does get ahead for the first, so our conservative play call there works out, and I think we'll just, I guess we'll call another one here, see if we can get some yardage. I don't know if we should hurry it up. Try to spin away from that lone tackle, nothing doing. Maybe we'll try and get a quick pass off, see if we get anything going. Pistol doubles, we go weak flood. See if maybe Benyard gets open there on his route. Trying to run, and Bryson just gets rid of that one. Nothing really developing for us. And now in hindsight, maybe should have just kept running the football. to keep burning the clock. I think we'll go draw here. Maybe a longer developing run play will catch him a little off guard. Maybe Garcia breaks free up the middle. Should be even up front, although our blocks don't hold. And Wake Forest is going to get the ball back. Maybe a mishap on the play calling, but I was hoping maybe we can get something going with that pass play, but pass protection just has not held up at all here today. And Bryson has not been able to get set under center, so I'm not sure how that kick's going to fare. From our own 11, we do get a nice bounce there. Bounces all the way back to the 32-yard line. 51 seconds remaining, 1 timeout for Wake Forest. Certainly enough time to get into field goal range. Hecklinski, plenty of time, goes towards the sideline, near sideline there. As that was, I'm not sure who that was on the catch, but they were able to drag their feet in. Get 5, now 45 remaining. Wake Forest from the 37. Hecklinski back out there empty, takes the snap. Gonna air that down the field. And he drops it. Diving grab out there overhead. A very good ball there from the freshman quarterback. But his man just could not hang out on. I think that was the tight end, as we had Garland Benyard back there in coverage. Really not who you want, you know, carrying a man down the field, despite that interception we saw earlier. But probably a mismatch in that aspect. But luckily, goes through the fingertips. Now 3rd and 5. They're going to go towards the sideline again there. That's Donavon Greene as he hauls that in for the first down. Wake Forest does burn their final timeout. So there's 35 seconds remaining. And they're at midfield. We're just going to probably stick and dime for the remainder of this half. As Hecklinski takes the snap. Wide open downfield. Tyler Hollum gets burned. And I'm not sure why we didn't have any safety help over the top. I think we're going to have to rewatch that one. And a quick strike there to Deuce Alexander. Already his 4th or 5th catch here in the first half. And the Demon Deacons retake the lead here in the final moments of the first half. So we have Sidney Porter, who's responsible for that deep part of the field. And we'll see, instead of, you know, going towards where the 2 receivers are, he's cutting towards the other side of the field. A little late. Maybe he's anticipating a late route here, or maybe he's trying to carry, you know, help out with the tight end. But I don't think you really need to offer support against the tight end. You probably want to pay attention to the deep part of the field over here, as Deuce Alexander wide open as he burns Tyler Hollum there one-on-one. And that actually was not Tyler Hollum. That was Therese Hamilton, our 5th-ranked corner on the depth chart. So I mentioned earlier we had a bunch of subs out there. So I think I might need to adjust my sub frequency, if that's what it's called. But 29 seconds left. Definitely a mismatch there. We have Hamilton, his first game, I think a redshirt freshman, not who we want out there in that situation. Wallace not even going to make it back to the 20. And now we'll start at the 17-yard line. It's been a rough game for Davis Bryson. And we do have Devon Stanzi, a freshman, who is a higher overall. Bryson just 65 overall. Stanzi 66. So, I mean, we might just make a change if Bryson doesn't get it together here. We'll try and go screen for Benyard. And I thought that was going to be intercepted. A good spin from Benyard as he works ahead for 16. So we do still have some time on the clock. That was a very risky throw. I thought that was going to get undercut there, but luckily Benyard makes the grab. We'll go flood post. Only 19 seconds. We do have 2 timeouts remaining. Bryson takes the snap, going to hang in the pocket, nothing open, and we're going to be brought down, I think, for the 3rd time. That time Chris Marable Jr., the top D tackle on this team, and we'll just bring that down into the second half. 14-9 Demon Deacons. Our offense has really struggled to get going, primarily through the passing game. Luckily, our running game has been able to pick us up a little bit, but we really have to start converting in these red zone opportunities. I think, only 6, maybe 9 points in the red, or only 6 points in the red zone. There's Deuce Alexander, 4 targets, 4 catches, 72 yards, and a touchdown. Pretty efficient performance from him, although not the guy we expected to get going here. We thought Donavon Greene would have much more of an impact for Wake Forest so far, but we still have another half of play. Hecklinski is getting going. The freshman quarterback kind of hitting his spots there, as we saw Therese Hamilton getting beat there towards the end of the half. Just couldn't hold on and, you know, come out with the lead. Davis Bryce, we're going to need him to make some big passes here in the second half. if we want a chance of upsetting these Demon Deacons here on the road. Although we do start with the ball, so that's always good. And other note, you know, Ohio State, they were playing UConn in week 0, and the Huskies pulled off the upset against the reigning national championship winners. So some crazy developments there, as Ohio State, the number 2 team to open the nation, they fall to UConn, which is probably the biggest win there for UConn in their football history. So trying to get the offense going here. We're going to start with a counter. And really nothing doing that time. Just 1 yard up the middle. We're going to go zone fake jet this time. Hopefully Benyard in motion can deceive him as Garcia gets the call. And he'll work that ahead for 4 yards. Going to go Y stick here out of this 2 tight end set. Here on 3rd and 5. A quick one there to Kent. And again, he can't hang on. His drops have absolutely hampered our offense. He had a big one earlier, obviously a big one last season that I mentioned, which cost us the win. And that one, I mean, not the easiest catch with, you know, the linebacker coming in and kind of disrupting it, but still one you'd like him to hang on to. There's DJ Stewart, a very good open field tackle there on special teams. The linebacker transfer from UL Monroe. So just like that, Wake Forest forces a 3 and out. And it's not looking too good for our Owls as Wake Forest comes out empty. And it is going to be a design run for the quarterback. Benyard, a good tackle there, only 3 yards. Now 2nd and 7, we're going to bring a blitz, and they do run it. And they're going to get the first down. Jam Warren, a good tackle there. Another Demon Deacons set up at the 43. Try man coverage, although I don't know. It has not been going well, especially with the single high safety. I'm not too sure about that. Hecklinski going to keep. And he's brought down. Looks like it is going to come back, though, to a holding call. A nice break there for our Owls. Now it'll be 1st and 18, backed up to the 35. They're going to run it here against Dime, and I was kind of thinking they would do that. And I still brought Dime out anyway, and they get 17, so a bad call there on my part. We give up the big gash there on the ground, and Wake Forest pretty much wipes out that penalty. Now 2nd and 1 at the 48. Going to send a man in motion, and they will give it to him. That's Brandon Hillman can't make the tackle, and then a group effort will bring him down there. 1st down at the 34. We had decent pass rush presence early on with Donovan Westmoreland, but the coverage has really fallen off as we've gone along, as they do give it to the back here. Claiborne brought down by Adam Watkins. 2nd and 7. And now we'll bring out the 4-4 set here against the 2 tight end set. If we weren't in 4-2-5 or nickel last year, we were probably in 4-4, as they do go run, and they hook up with the tight end there as Wake Forest moves back now inside the 10. Now 1st and goal at the 8. We're desperate for an impact play here. They are going to go run. There's Sidney Porter, a strong run stop. Our 2nd leading tackler from last season behind Danielius Johnson. And that'll be 2nd and goal at the 7. Hecklinski going to go screen here. Can we make the tackle there? And a great tackle by Billingsley. 1-on-1, forcing the 3rd down. Now it's going to be 3rd and goal. I think we'll just stick here in our 4-3 set here inside at the goal line. 3rd and goal, 5:35 remaining in the game. Go Hillman here, cover the middle vicinity of the field, or try to at least. They're going to try and run with Hecklinski, and he dives in for the touchdown. Good coverage, but we just could not match up there with the quarterback run as Hecklinski now his 3rd touchdown of the day. 2 passing, now 1 on the ground. The freshman having a very good performance here in his first career start. The Demon Deacons starting to run away with it a little bit, as it's now going to be 21-7 pending the extra point. The Owls back out there, 12-point deficit now, so even a field goal at this point would not make it a 1-possession game. Try to go run, and Garcia swallowed up there in the backfield. Dylan Hazen, one of the top linebackers in the ACC, comes away with the stop there. And this Wake Forest defense getting really strong as we go along. I think we'll try mesh corner here out of shotgun bunch. Bryson takes the snap. And we're too slow on our reads. We had a couple guys there underneath, couldn't commit. And this is not even to fault of Davis Bryson. We're just not making good reads there under center right now. Now stacking the line here is Wake Forest. If they blitz, maybe Kent will be able to break free over the middle. And they do drop some guys in coverage. On the move, and Bryson again in pressure as he's brought down. So I think next drive we're going to bring out Devon Stanzi, the freshman quarterback. And we'll see if he can provide some life to this lifeless offense. It's been really hard. As I said earlier, another good special teams tackle there from Kimball. But as I said, it's been really hard to establish any flow offensively, especially now that our running game has not had a good start to the half. So Wake Forest now, very good field position. We need something on defense to give us some life. And that's a good start there. Tackle for loss. Jam Warren, a second year as a starter. Go cover 2 here out of big nickel. And that's going to be 2nd and 13. A defensive stand here would do wonders for the psyche. Hecklinski going to keep this time. Jukes a tackle there from Dennis Johnson and makes up all that yardage. Now 3rd and inches. Cover 1 slant crash here. Aggressive play call. On 3rd and short though, hopefully we can get a loss here. They're going to keep with Hecklinski, and Porter coming downhill makes the stop, and he is going to force the punt. Great play there from Sidney Porter. His presence against the run has been very good last season, now starting off this season. And another good punt there. I think we will get to field this one, although Garcia's foot goes out of bounds. Otherwise, he had some room to go up the sideline. So it's going to be 1st down at the 8. So Devon Stanzi, the freshman quarterback, checks into the game. And his first snap, he will give it to Garcia, trying to break that outside. Held up just 3 yards. Stanzi, an athlete quarterback. A gem prospect we brought in there from our year 1 recruiting class. 2nd and 7 now. Take the snap. We're just going to try and run this one to the outside. Do we get the angle? Not quite, as we do get 5. Stanzi kind of buried there at the sideline by a pair of Demon Deacon defenders. Welcome to college football. As it's now 3rd and 2 from the 16. We're going to try and go up the middle here with Garcia. And we don't quite get it. 4th and inches. And even though we are backed up way in our zone, I mean, we just got to go for it. I don't really trust our defense at this point, although we do come off a good stop. They're going to stack the line. 4th and inches, Ben Yard. Can we get it? We don't. That's really bad mishap. And I do not know how to feel about that one. I mean, 4th and inches, you got to push the envelope a little bit, but way back in our own zone, that really turns the tide on this game, obviously. You go underneath Hecklinski. And now Tyler Hollum is injured, and what a such a bad turn of events there. You know, you kind of think those are gimmies, and that kind of brings us back down to earth a little bit. Nothing is a gimme. Now they're going to go swing pass there on the screen. A good tackle from Hillman. But now Wake Forest going to be 1st and goal at the 2-yard line. And we're just going to go engage 8 at this point. Less than 1 minute left in the 3rd quarter. And that one is going to sting. It does sting. As they will give it to Claiborne. He's brought down there in the backfield. Now 2nd and goal. And Tyler Hollum, a broken finger. So he will be out for the remainder of this game. Bring out the 4-3 now. At least a field goal here would keep it a 2-possession game, but you got to stop him at least a couple more times. They go with the quarterback designed run. Porter does get there to wrap him up, but Hecklinski does get 3 or 4 yards there. Sets him up now 3rd and goal at the 1. And again, we'll just go engage 8. And hopefully they don't go for the quick pass. That is going to bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter, though. It was looking promising for our Owls. We were up 9-7, but since then have not been able to do anything offensively. There's Garcia, 3.4 yards per clip, 5.4 for Demond Claiborne there of Wake Forest. As the Demon Deacons will head into the 4th quarter with a 12-point lead. As we are now here trying to stop them. I just went with whatever the coach was putting out there. They give us this goal line set. And they go with a quick pass there in the back of the end zone for Donavon Greene. And he does get that one. Now Hecklinski, 3 passing touchdowns, 1 on the ground, 4 total for the freshman in his first career start. As Wake Forest now going to be up 28-9. It's pretty wild, you know. Overall wise, we're 81 now. We've jumped up 8 points, I believe, from last season, and we're actually even with Wake Forest in overall offense and defense, literally all 3 categories. But still here, a very lopsided turn of events in this game as Wake Forest opens the 4th quarter with another touchdown as they now lead by 19. All right, Kennesaw State back out there on offense. See if we can get anything going here. And we'll give to Garcia off the read option. And that one is going to come back to a holding call. So it's now 1st and 20. That was Kalari Gordon, first-year starter there at right guard. I'm sorry, at left guard. Now 1st and 20, Stanzi back to pass. We'll just dump that off for Benyard to try to. And that hits a man at the line. Stanzi is on the shorter side at 5'11", for a quarterback. But that one was kind of an easy hit, which he missed. Now 2nd and 20. We'll just give Benyard a touch this time. And he's going to be stopped in the backfield by Chris Marable Jr. Another big run stop for him. And that now brings up 3rd and 22. As this game has not gone our way after about the 1st quarter. Some good pressure there on the inside. And our pass blocking, our pass protection just has not held up in any capacity here today. It's been really rough going. Here we're going to try a low rugby style kick, see if this one works out. Maybe not low enough. This is going to be fair, caught at the 47. So the Demon Deacons back out there. And what seemed to be a very promising start for our Kennesaw State Owls has turned into a just ugly game overall offensively. Just a lot to work on. And Wake Forest going to work out of these, looks like a flex bone set. Haven't seen them all game now. Come the 4th quarter, they're kind of throwing them out there a little bit. Yeah, we have a lot of work to do offensively. Our defense did not play bad. We gave up a couple big ones, but overall, you set that, you get that turnover early with that interception from Garland Benyard. Here they're going to give it to Claiborne off the fake. Good run stop that time. Now 3rd and 7. Giving up only 28 to this point against a top 25 team on the road. You can't really expect any more from that, especially, one of those drives we gave it to them inside the red zone as we do get another run stop. So 4th and 2, and we are going to get the ball back. If we had a little bit more fight on offense, this would be a game here in the late stages, but you got to love how the defense has kind of stepped up. We'll just fair catch that one. Garcia at the 9. And we are going to take Garcia out for the remainder as he had a lot of wear and tear, kind of diminishing his ratings. Don't want him to get injured, in the first game. So we'll ride with Benyard here. And we'll try to put together a complete drive here as we kind of end this game. Definitely want to end on a high note. But all things considered, I mean, going up against this is the first time in this dynasty we faced a ranked team. Of course, in a tough atmosphere here. Stanzi back to pass. Trying to get Kent there, but Hazen picked it up. But Kent hangs on that time. Breaks the tackle, a little spin as he gets out into space. 18 yards for Carson Kent. That's the first completion in the career of Devon Stanzi. Hopefully he can embark on a fruitful journey here for our Owls. And maybe a multiple-year starter for us. Stanzi takes the pass again. We just got to get rid of the ball quicker. I think we're trying to do a little too much that one. We should have even given to Bohannon a little bit quicker. Yeah, I think we just got to trust our reads. Not press so much, not overthink so much. Just keep it simple. Stanzi back to pass, really nothing open. Trying to scramble that time. That time I don't think anything was open. Really don't need to force the issue anywhere. We'll try curl flat corner here. See if Tykeem Wallace can win on that side of the field. Stanzi takes the snap. And trying to run. Nothing doing. That right side, we're just getting beat all game. And there is nothing. The speed rush off that side has been off. Like, it's been penetrating us so much. As now it's 4th and 15. I don't even know if I want to go for it here, but I mean, what do we have to lose if we give up more points, give them good field position again, whatever. Should we try a half slide there to the right then? Will that help us out a little bit? Give us a little more depth to work with on our rollout. That time it seemed like it did help a little bit. We have a man there, that's Bohannon, and he makes the grab. He's been so clutch over the first 2 years of this dynasty, just breaking free, getting open in those crucial 3rd down situations. As Quay Ashley checks in at running back for the first time. decent carry. They're trying to fight through a tackle. Gets a couple up to midfield. Now 2nd and 8 at the 50. We'll give to Benyard. Try to work this one outside, but there's that linebacker again. Dylan Hazen working laterally there across the line to make the stop. Now less than 5 minutes left here against Wake Forest. 3rd and 9, Stanzi. Look at that for Carson Kent underneath. Kent trying to break through a tackle, gets 7, as it's now going to be 4th and 2. I think we'll try a Y stick. I think this is the play we ran with Kent last year where he dropped it. Stanzi going in quick again to Kent, and that time he hangs on. And probably not the best read, you know, as Hazen was right there breaking down on it, but it did work out as we move the chains. Stanzi gets set back up. We're going to try and scramble here with a pretty clean 2nd level, although just 7 yards there. Now we'll go posts. 2nd and 3. Stanzi takes the snap, roll to the right this time. Go try for the end zone for Moss, and it goes through the hands. Christian Moss has really not, you know, racked up much production after transferring over from Virginia Tech, but I think his first target of the day. Definitely need to get him involved a little bit more. Now 3rd and 3. Go for Benyard. Good lane. Opens up the middle. He fumbles. And luckily Bohannon there to dive on it. As we'll take over now at the 21. 1st down, Kennesaw State. Stanzi takes the snap. Going to try and step up in the pocket. And he fumbles. A huge hit there from that's Eldrick Robinson the 2nd. And Stanzi turns it over here inside the red zone. Now the fans are waving bye. Goodbye. I mean, yeah, they got us. We tried fighting, and we did fight, especially there on that last drive. Kind of proud what we were able to put together despite, you know, probably the low spirits all around. But Stanzi, welcome to college football. Absolutely blindsided by that one. Coughs the ball up. And the Demon Deacons now take over at the 18 with 3:22 remaining, as they lead by 19. But still, I kind of like what we put together there. Definitely built something to look forward to for next game. And I think we will roll with Donavon Stanzi. I mean, I like to stay loyal to our guys. Davis Bryson went through a lot last year in our year 1 as an FBS program. But Stanzi, I think he just brings a little bit more to the table. And, you know, might as well, you know, get our young guys in there. We have a bunch of red shirts, and I'm kind of thinking, should we just play all our guys that we brought in? But we'll see how it goes. Definitely want to conserve some of them, you know, on those four game status, and then give them that red shirt. But we will see how it goes. I think we will opt to, you know, play our younger guys here shortly, depending on how our first few games go. But we do hit the 2-minute warning. And it's now 2nd and 9, especially at the linebacker position. We don't have much speed here with DJ Stewart, Garland, Benyard, but we have 2 freshman linebackers who are each over 85 speed. And at this point, a fumble there, forced. I'm not sure if that was ground force, but we do jump on it. Sidney Porter there to jump on it. I'm not sure who forced it. They're not waving anymore. They kind of got their hands on their head, but still, this game is definitely handled. Brandon Hillman, the Michigan transfer, been kind of quiet. Goes at the legs there, forces the fumble. And we'll take another opportunity here to try and get some points on the board. Another drive here for Donavon Stanzi to get some reps. We'll just go screen here to Benyard, see if we can get this one off. As we do, Benyard does have some space block set up. There's Hazen, of course, as, you know, just a man on a mission. Works across the field to bring down Benyard. Very good pursuit there. You love that. Now 148 to 31. We'll go back to Benyard here. Tries to maneuver through a lane. 2nd and 5 now at the 26-yard line. We're kind of just living in these 3 wide receiver sets here down the stretch. Stanzi takes the snap. This time we do have a lot of space to run. We're trying to slide, and he still fumbles. We tried to slide that time, and still Sam Neely comes over to force the fumble. So Stanzi, not the best ball security, as he does have that snowflake now. We're definitely going to have to keep that into consideration going into next week. 2nd and 11. I think we'll just call a timeout, kind of recollect. We would certainly like to get some points on the board here on this final drive. We'll stay in shotgun Y flex for this one, offset. Maybe Dobson, Moss, there into the end zone. They do send pressure. Try to get that one off. Nothing doing. Good coverage despite, kind of sending the house that time. I thought something would emerge. Now 3rd and 11. Again showing blitz. So hopefully Benyard, on this angle route can break free if they do send pressure. Maybe Kent up the seam. And there's no time to throw there. That's Eldrick Robinson again coming off the edge. And I mean, a field goal here does make it a 2-possession game. But I would like to get points. But I mean, we'll cut it down to a 2-possession game. Maybe not the most fun option, but you never know. A couple onside kicks, maybe a turnover forced. And we're absolutely in this game. So we'll send out Britton Williams for his 4th field goal attempt of the day to make it a 16-point game. That one up right down the middle. So a very good start for Williams. As our first points, I believe, now of the second half. And I did not even send out the onside unit, so wasted a timeout. Not good coach management here. But, of course, it doesn't really matter unless we get an onside kick. So I'm not really sure the best way to go about it. Is it better if we go low kick? I don't know. I thought he was going to bobble it, if that would have been nice. So Wake Forest does get the onside kick. Looks like they will come out in victory formation. So Kennesaw State falls here in week 1 of our year 2 season against number 22 Wake Forest, as the Demon Deacons are going to take it 28-12. And it was a fun game despite, the lapses. We give up a touchdown each quarter. Consistency is key. They average 7 per quarter. We average 3 per quarter. And the team who scores the touchdowns are going to win it every time. And look at that stat line for Hecklinski. 90.5 completion, just under 200 passing yards with 4 scores, and a very good debut. It looks like Wake Forest is in very good hands. But this is where I'm going to leave you, folks. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you sticking around for this week 1 game of this year 2 season. And I invite you to stick around for the rest of the year, the rest of this dynasty. And I really hope you'll take me up on that offer. But as always, everybody, it's been real and be well. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.